All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and salutation to all the Akim doing it and pushing this word, and all truth and sincerity. Shalom Akim. Now this goes into a video that a brother had put up in the chat, in the WhatsApp group, okay, from Apostle Elder Gabar, and basically it's about, that self, examining thyself, okay, in this truth. Because, in this truth, as they say in the world, we have to keep it real, okay? You have to keep it real with yourself, man. You can't be, what's the word, be saying you're about this truth, you're about serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but yet, at the same time, you got this secret love for the world, or better yet, you still want to be in the world. Like, this is some kind of, with cops, they usually have a fallback, something to fall back on, right? And it's usually like a real estate or some kind of like, something to do with the service as well, detective work, something. So a lot of these individuals who come into this truth hear these words, and for whatever reason it is, hey, the deceive and the deceiver is, they're brought in, they think, this is, this is it, but at the same time, it's like, let me keep part with the world, just in case, just in case I need to, just in case this doesn't come true, they got that type of mentality, all right? So this is nothing of that. You always got to constantly examine yourself in this truth, So let me get into, Slack here, 1 second. There we go. Slack here about that. Let me get into saying here, okay? It goes 3 fingers pointing back. 3 fingers, like when you point 1 finger at an individual, best believe and remember you have 3 fingers pointing back at you, okay? So you already understand what it's trying to say, okay? Here it is, you are ousting this guy for that, but yet take a look in the mirror, okay? You could be found guilty on different levels with different issues, okay? So a lot of these individuals out here try to placate as if they're the best, They ain't got nothing, they ain't got no smudges, they ain't got no blemishes, okay? In this truth, you want to walk serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of your ability. Once you're told something, you cease that action, okay? You bring it to an end, okay? But in this truth, we already know that, hey, we're walking a line where it's a battle, okay? You're going to have to fight every day. You don't just say, oh yeah, I conquered, drinking. Watch, like this instance, drinking too much, okay? You go say, oh, I conquered drinking too much. You still got to fight it, though. You got to still fight the urge, even if you don't feel the urge anymore. You still got to fight the thoughts, other people around you, family members, whatever it may be. You come home, there's a table full of drinks, beer, liquor, all types of shit, You still got to fight. You still got to put up a fight, right? Because the end is almost here, but you still got to fight, right? So that's what it is in this truth. We got to constantly examine the man in the mirror, okay? And keep it 100. Because, you're not, all our righteousness is counted as filthy rags. But does that give you an excuse to say, you know what? Fuck it. You know? No. You gotta continue. Okay? You gotta continue. You gotta continue to fight. Alright? Let me go into this real quick. I got these scriptures here set up. Okay? So let me go into the first one here. Would be going into Titus. But let me read this real quick. Self-examination. You point one finger, but three fingers are pointing back at you. Okay? So remember, let's go into this real quick. Let's go into Titus. Let's start from 7 to 9. Titus, what we're mainly going into, well, actually, I'll explain it after. Titus chapter 1, verse 7. For a bishop must be blameless, as a steward of God, not self-willed, not soon angered, not given to wine, no striker, not given to filthy lucre, but a lover of hospitality, a lover of good men, sober, just, holy, temperate, holding fast the faithful word as he has been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exalt and to convince the gainsayer. Okay? So it tells you right there, a bishop must be blameless. You must come in this whole stead. Okay? You must come humble. In other words, you must come meek. Okay? You can't come in this truth, learn for a couple years and think that you know it all, and all of a sudden you boasting of yourself. You know? You're on some high horse because you know a couple things. Well, look at the apostle elders. They've been in here for like 30, 40 years, man. Okay? Did you surpass them? No. The servant is not greater than the master, right? So a lot of individuals, they come into this truth, learn it, and want to boast too. Okay? This isn't the thing about boasting. The Most High could take that away from you quickly. Okay? He could all, like I said, the end. You're not in the chariot yet. Okay? The Most High could use you to bring in others, and then afterward dump you on the side of the road. Okay? Remember, the deceiver and the deceiver are his. Okay? When you're doing this work, you want to be humble. You want to be meek. Because, hey, like I said, when you point that one finger out, remember, three are pointing back at you. So you can't act like you're on some high horse. You got to be humble. You got to be meek. Okay? And all that comes with that self-examination in the mirror. Imagine every time you want to feel high-headed, look in the mirror and just remember what age you are. Look in the mirror and just remember you learned this. You were taught this. Okay? Look in the mirror. Remember you are a son. Okay? You're not greater than the master. You're now learning this. Okay? First Peter, what is that, 2 and 2? Newborn babes? Can a babe step up? A baby can step up with the adult something? Nah. You gotta be humble. You gotta be meek. Okay? When I first came into this truth, first couple of years, I was angry, yelling, fucking, I hope the Lord puts your ass to death, fucking die. Trust me, like, spit flying out the mouth, like, full of the rage, okay, full of the anger. But, that's when you're young. That's when and as you progress, you start to realize things. You start to be able to put things together better, instead of all over the place and, having that energy and you just wilding with it, That's why the apostles say there's order to this, man. Put a young man out in the street and he might cause he might cause a fight, man. Okay? You gotta be wise with your words, right? Wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. All right? But going back into this, we must self-examine ourselves. give that self-examination, because like I said, when you don't look back in the mirror, when you look in the mirror and don't look back in the mirror, when you look in the mirror, you got to be real with yourself, man. You can't avoid yourself. Don't looking in the mirror, not looking in the mirror, having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and running on a high head, you're gonna run into problems. Okay, constantly we must sit down and give ourselves a self-examination. You know, am I treating this brother a little too harsh? Am I not being brotherly? You know, could I be doing a little bit more? Am I doing too much? You know, trying to be over righteous. You understand? So within that blameless spirit comes an individual who's behaving himself humbly and wisely. Okay? And let's go into something real quick. Ezekiel. Actually, you know what? Let's go to Romans 15:4. This always comes up, but it's written this way for a reason. Okay? And let's bring Salakia. Wait. Should I put? No. I was gonna put Ezekiel here. I was gonna put Romans 15 here and go into a word, but forget about it. So yeah, going back into order and going back into how things are done. Okay, why do the apostle elders say what they say and do what they do? Okay, Ezekiel chapter 3 and starting from first verse. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So that's our job, okay, as a watchman, okay, is to eat this roll, get the understanding, take the bitter with the sweet, and go teach. Salakia, somebody's like burning something in the ear, man. God damn. Yeah, so our job is to go and teach this word onto the house of Israel, okay? And you've been put in that position, okay? You weren't the man who set this whole thing up, okay? You were put in a position to go teach. Now, like I said, the servant is not greater than the master. You were put in that position. So how dare you boast yourself in this truth, okay? To say you're more than this guy, or, you know what I mean? You just bugging out. You're supposed to keep yourself humble. That's how you remain blameless, okay? Doing those things what the Lord, is satisfied with, okay? The Lord is not satisfied with somebody who's, you know, out of the spirit. Let's just say it like that. Who's a problem starter, shit starter, you know, always causing problems and shit, not being humble. And then on top of that, boasting themselves, coming in the spirit of not self-examining themselves, or examining themselves, Salakia, okay? Thinking he's a shit because he knows, a couple hundred scriptures. He knows how to sew them together good, right? The Lord is not happy with an individual like that, okay? You got to be humble. The Lord said that he resists the proud, okay? So, continuing, so I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thou thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. Okay, but wait till all the bitterness comes. Okay, it sounds, that's why a lot of these jakes get intrigued. It sounds all good. You're cursing out the enemy, in his face. You know, oh yeah, yo, we're gonna be ruling over these people. These people are gonna be our slaves. Oh wow, yo, still, like it's sweet to them. But then, when they realize, hey, self-examination, you know, it starts becoming bitter to them. Okay, when they got to start, following order, stop doing this, stop doing that, put this off, put this on, you know, then it becomes like, hey man, this is bitter. Okay, this is bitter onto me, man. you know, I can't do this no more. Mm-mm. You know, and they end up leaving, changing up the doctrine. Knowing that those people out there also too require some smooth words, some sweet things. Okay, because there was a YouTube short on Leviticus. Okay, and talking about the laws of the Bible and how harsh they were and are. Okay, and how some people, they can't take it. They can't take the harshness and the bitterness of the Bible. That's why they try to water it down. All right. You see a lot of these people out here, these pork chop pastors. That's all they deal with, man. Watering down the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because really and truly, it's too bitter onto the people. They can't handle that. Okay. When you tell them, yo, you got to keep the Leviticus laws, you got to do this, you got to do that, it's hard onto them, man. Okay? It's not something that they can keep. Okay? Because it becomes what? Too bitter. So going back to Romans 15:4, for whatsoever, where'd this guy go? Slack, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Okay? Let me say that again. These things were written aforetime for our learning. All right? And what do we find in these scriptures? Constantly, the Lord is giving you a message of self-examination. Okay? Some individuals, let's go into Abiram, Dayton, they got basically got high on power. All right? Want to tell Moses what he could do, basically, in a sense. Want to talk over the elder. Then on top of that, heaping onto themselves people who having those itching ears. Okay? And we all know this. We all know the story how the earth opened up and swallowed them up. Okay? So these examples were written for us for our learning, so we don't fall down the same fucking path. Self-examination is not just you reading the scripture. You're getting a story. You're getting, a movie. Okay? You could see it in your mind. Once you're reading these scriptures, you can see it. Here it is. Moses is dealing with what he has to deal with. And then all of a sudden you got these two knuckleheads thinking that they could come up and talk some smack, talking as if the Lord's dealing with them. Okay? Oh, let's not forget when the people asked and said, yeah, let the Lord deal with us, man. Who the hell? Why you? Let him deal with us. And we all know how that went too. Niggas got scared, all right, ran off. Let's just put it that way. So these things were written aforetime for our learning. So we could read through these scriptures, filter through these things, these situations, okay? And go through the process. What's the process? looking, examining, making sure that we don't go off in those ways. That's why the Lord said, with all your might and with all your strength, serve Him. Okay? This is probably going to have to be a two-part video here, because as you can see, it's pretty long, man. But it doesn't matter. I mean, Jake nowadays, they got the attention span of of a goldfish, man. You know, when you're trying to speak onto your people, you know, they don't want to listen, they don't want to hear, all right? And especially when it's a video like this, probably like an hour, 45 minutes, you know, they're going to look at the time and be like, oh, I can't deal with that, you know? But, hey, we got to do what we got to do, right? Shit, what was I wanting to do? Matthew chapter 7, 4 and 5. Okay. We'll deal with these scriptures right here first. It's lucky there's a lot of movement going on in the street. That's what I'm watching. What the fuck is going on here? You know, some of these people, you gotta watch your surroundings, man. Some of these people are bugged out as hell. You know. Anyways, Matthew chapter 7, starting from 4th verse. Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, cast out, Slakia, thy hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then thou shalt see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye. Okay? And that's true. That's going into self-examination. That's going into you telling somebody, look, stop drinking so much, but yet you are gluttonous all fucking night, into the morning, into the work hour, into work, into lunch, into fucking midday, into night again. You know what I'm saying? Drinking and drinking, but yeah, you turn from the man and say, hey, listen, man, you need to stop that drinking, you know? Yes, if it came from experience where you know, damn near got in a crash, damn near, even then, you know, if you had stopped, you could give the man advice. Hey, look, listen, man, blood, listen, man. All that drinking shit will fuck you up, man. I was drinking morning, noon, on the job site, this, that, ray, you know, and it was fucking me up. So I'm giving you a little advice. Just put down the bottle. Then that's sound. But you doing the same shit. Okay? How you can't? You got the same beam in your damn eye. Cast it out first, and then you can teach your brother. Okay? And a lot of these hypocrites, a lot of these boasters, got a bunch of beams in their eye. Okay? You know, metaphorically speaking. Remember, all our righteousness is counted as filthy rags, man. Okay? You want to be found blameless within this truth, so guess what? Crack open the books and read. Hey, that happened to King David. I can't remember 2 Samuel, 1 Samuel, or was it in Kings? Slakia, or Chronicles, Slakia. One of his servants were reading. He was reading about you know what? I should bring it up though. I'm trying to remember what chapter that was, man. Basically, what had happened was he was reading about some sins that David had committed, and David was mad, and he was like, "That man should be put to death." And then the servant told him, "Look, this is you." Okay, and he was like, "Oh shit," you know. So, all in all, we gotta crack open these books and read it and see our actions will pop out of the scriptures, man. And why do you think Hebrews chapter 4 and 12 says what it says? All right? You know, you can't be so high-headed in the truth, man. The Lord gave this to you. It wasn't that you popped up, you stumbled across some book, boom, it led you to this, and then led you to that, and then you fell into a portal and no, none of that bullshit, man. The Lord gave this onto you, okay? As a matter of fact, your body ain't your body. All right? The Most High gave that onto you. Luke 6 and 39, and he spake a parable unto them. Can the blind lead the blind? Shall they not both fall into a ditch? Right? So you can't be telling somebody else something and you haven't removed that sleep from your own eye. Meaning you're keeping up in those actions. How could you tell this man to stop? Okay? If you haven't stopped your damn self. Alright? And you nuances who come up in this truth. Let's get this. Verse 40, the disciple is not above his master, but every one that is perfect, complete, shall be as his master. Okay? Complete. Okay? Going to that word perfect there, it's really going into complete. Okay? So, if you haven't conquered these things, like I said, if you haven't been the one that was drinking all day and then, put that shit cold turkey, however you quit it, and then walked in the spirit of things, doing it, right? How can you tell this man anything? Okay? Though you're an experienced man in it, and you're going through it, right? You can't tell this man anything because you're constantly doing it, okay? You haven't taken that mold out of your own eye, all right? So your attitude has not changed up. Remember, the Lord said that you can't put new wine into old bottles. Mind they bust, all right? Okay, so you gotta remember that. That's like me saying, oh, this guy's a fucking rapist or whatever. Next thing you know, I'm out there raping people. Okay? Digging on digging on people in the alleyway and thing. No, you can't do that, man. Okay? Or the person who's accusing somebody of something, but yet they're doing it themselves. You can't do that, man. Okay? Take the beam out of thine eye. And, oh yeah, Matthew 9 and 17. Matthew chapter 9 and 17. Neither do men put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break, and the wine runneth out, and the bottles perish. But they put new wine into new bottles, and both are preserved. You understand that? So having this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, you got to get rid of that old man. That's part of removing that beam out of thine eye. Okay? You got to be a new man in this truth. All right? The old ways are out and the new ways are in. You can't make room else. Okay? Meaning you can't make room unless you do that process. That's why I'm going into servants not greater than the master. What did our master do? He conquered all of this. Okay? And put all those actions, resisting. Look what happened in Matthew chapter 4. After his fast, the devil came to tempt him. And he had the ability to put all that shit under him and say, man, this is nothing. This is all temporal. I already see it, man. So if our master did that, shall we not be able to do that if we're humble? If we're coming in the true spirit, okay? That's where going into removing that old man and filling yourself with this knowledge, becoming a new man, okay, comes into apply. So a lot of people in this truth that come into this truth, they don't do that, okay? And this is why they see problems, major problems. Okay, they may be good for a couple years, but that old man is still around. Okay, He may be on the bottom. He may be somewhere like Spider-Man on the wall, but he's still inside, man. He's still there. Okay? That's why you have to purge out these things. All right? You can't, no, there's no way, man. You can't walk. Look, can two walk together at least they be agree? So imagine you have the old man in you, and the new man won't come in. They both living in the same house. That's a war inside, man. That's a tumbling war inside, man. Because what's happening now is that the old man is seeing the new man, and he's saying to himself, man, this shit right here, I can't stand this. I don't like this, you know. And then the old man, the new man and the old man is saying the same damn thing. Because when you go to Proverbs chapter 29, it tells you that the abominations, the way of the righteous is an abomination to the unjust and vice versa. Okay? When we're doing righteousness, it's an abomination in their eyes. When they're doing unrighteousness, you best believe it is a fucking abomination. It's a true abomination. Okay? So, can two walk together? At least they be agree. Yeah, the old man still inside, and the new man inside now. They warring, man. They're warring. You're tearing yourself up. Okay? 1 Corinthians 5:7. Purge out, therefore, the old leavening, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Hamashiach, our our Passover, is sanctified for us. Okay, you have to purge out that old shit, man. The way you used to think, throw that all out, because you can't become perfect. You can't become complete. Two of them inside there rumbling. Nah, man, one gets out, and this one takes over. You know, purging out all those old things and becomes complete, become perfect. Okay? These two together can't be perfect, man. The old and the new, no. One's gotta reign. Alright? The other one's gotta take a fall. Hence, old and new. Okay? So, you know, a lot of these individuals, like I said, you know, they come into this truth. They got hidden intentions. They don't self-examine themselves. You see the brothers who are on fire, who are doing this work, who are at a steady pace, they always look in the mirror and self-examine themselves. Okay, starting with our apostle elders. Like the brother, I think it's Priest Shema from out there in the New York camp. He once told us this on the live. He said, you don't want to be accounted as wood in this truth. Okay? When one is as wood in this truth, he's as, he burns hot, you know? Fiery, fast, and hot, you know? You don't want to be accounted as something that's, you know, because that's a show, basically. You know, he comes into the truth on fire. Every precept he's hitting, you know, every live, you know, multiple videos coming up. You know, he's 12 videos in a day, every day. You know, he's hot, he's on fire, which is a good thing, yes. And then all of a sudden you see the individual start going down, 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 to where it's like you don't see no more videos. 6 months, you know, one video pop up, and it's a of somebody else's, a 2-minute of somebody else's video. You know, after a year he fizzles out and he ain't coming back. Don't see him in the comment boards, no Shalom brothers, nothing. All the apps that he dip on with brothers, if he is, not even in the apps no more. You go look for his name, so-and-so removed himself from the group. Okay? So you don't want to be accounted as wood. You want to be accounted as silver or gold. Because even if you came in as 200 pounds of gold, and remember, you got to take out the dross. So you came in as 200 of silver or gold, whatever. Even if I came in as 1,000 grams of gold, right? But then when you fucking start doing the purifying now, it goes down to 1 gram. What happened to all those 99, the 9,900 grams, right? What? Slovakia, the 99 9 grams, okay? Because I said 1,000, right? So, like I said, even if I came in as 1,000 weight of gold, gotta get rid of that dross. I don't even care if I amount to half a gram of gold or a gram of gold. That's gonna be pure gold at the end, okay? So you want to be accounted as silver or gold, okay? And why I said 200 pounds or, 1,000 grams, whatever. Because, yeah, when you came into this truth, all that weight's got to be, all that dross, okay? That leavening, all of that's got to be taken out by that graphite stick. So you got the man with the crucible, he heating up, boom, boom, you drop your gold. First of all, you drop your borax. You, what's the word? It's basically you're casting so you don't fuck up your crucible, okay? Then you drop your gold or silver in whatever, and it takes heat, starts applying, you start seeing it changing form and melting down, and all of a sudden it looks like molten. It's like lava, molten lava it looks like. Then, keep the flame on it. Hold on, let me grab these graphite sticks. Clink, 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 clink. Stirring it around, stirring it around. And then the guy goes, hey, what the fuck's all that dark shit there? Hey, that's the dross, man. You start out with 200 or 300 pounds, whatever it may be. Kept on turning, and kept seeing more shit coming on, more shit coming on, more shit coming on. You know? Then at the end, you get 50 grams of gold, 100 grams of gold. The initial was like 300, whatever. You understand what I'm trying to say? And then you end up, as pure, in your pure form, complete. All right? And the only way for us to be as that is to follow in the path of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Romans 15:4. These things were written aforetime for our learning. So you want to be purged. You want to purge out. Okay? And let's go to the scripture. Must get it. Romans 12. Romans 12, this is part of being complete. Okay, when it goes down to perfect. Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of our God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Okay? So I remember the brothers out there in New York, they hold a mini camp every, the whole camp, but then during the week they'll hold probably like 2 more sessions of camp. And some bugged out individual listening to different doctrines, or he was in IUIC or something like that. He came up, he goes, yeah, but how do I be perfect? Scripture says, be perfect as your masters, this and that. See, this is what happens when you listen to these different bugged out doctrines, man. You don't get a complete understanding. You don't get a perfect understanding. They don't even teach you how to go into words, nothing. Okay? So that individual there, he was bugging out. He was flipping out. He was truly bugging out. He wanted to get at the brothers. Okay? And this is what happens when you get fed this. This is power, man. The Lord, oh my gosh, man. In some cases, it's better, like the brothers say, it's better as if you didn't know this truth, man, than to know it. Okay? The scriptures say that. Okay? It'd be better for him to go hang a fucking a fucking millstone around his neck, man. Okay? And go drown himself. God damn. Because, hey, when you come serve Yahweh Shem Yahushai, this is all the way to death, okay? This is all the way to death, man. This is not no, I came and did like 30 years, let me quit. No. No. 25 years, let me quit. 20 years is good enough, let me quit. No, okay? Because we don't know the hour. We don't know the day, okay? We have signs. We have particular things where the scriptures tell us to read, and when you see these things, you know that time is coming, okay? So here it is, we're self-examining ourselves because we want to be saved. We want to be part of that elect. And plus, on top of that, let me just say it like this, man. What Yahweh Shai did for us, what Yahweh Shai did for us, that alone, okay, should be a reason why I want to fucking serve them, okay? Or you, okay? That alone, what the Lord did for us, giving us breath, life, ear, to breathe, to see, to perceive things, to do things. The Lord can say, you know what, man? Fuck these guys. 144, that's it. Fly around the world and do whatever you want, man. You know, the world is yours. You know? And then Yahweh Shai put himself, hey, oh man, you go do that. Let me see you do that. Okay? A lot of, just like I was in that movie, Tenet or something like that, man, where things are backwards. I guess still gotta watch over that movie. But the guy goes, I'm pretty sure it was in that movie. He said a lot of people say that they would run into the burning building, but as soon as they feel that heat, they can't help but turn back. And that's what this truth is likened on to, man. A lot of these individuals want to jump up and say, yeah, I'm a prophet of the Lord. But wait till that time of Jacob's trouble fully kicks in, okay? Wait till those times where they go, you are a man of the Lord? You were doing this work. We got hey, try to deny it, okay? All you floozies out there that don't know what you're involved in, man. A lot of us are going to be put to death for doing this work, okay? For praising the Lord, man. You don't read history books? The greatest history book right here before you, man. This is why self-examination is a must, man. We got to remember what the fuck we're involved in, okay? And this brother out there in Boston, he was just doing a video where he had said the same thing. Don't boast yourself, man. It was earlier, I think today. It was going into that individual who was in the truth, and then, you know, he turned and said, look, man, if you had a problem with, you know, King Marsha and all of that, like, that's your only issue within your mind. Like, you know, to come out and then try to fight against it and say this and say that after you've been built up and learned these things. So you've been thinking this whole thing for the whole fucking time. It wasn't one day you just woke up and the spirit was like, you know what? Don't think that. No, you've been thinking that damn near is your mentality the whole time. Anybody brings it up, you're probably like, you know, though you may have shouted it and said it, but in the same time, in his mind is like, in the back of his mind is like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. You know, I'll take everything else, but like I said, the sweet and the bitter. Anyways, Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 1. Boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. Let another man praise thee, and not thine own mouth, a stranger, and not thine own lips. Okay, so we can't be in the boastful type of spirit where we're like, yeah, I'm the one who did this, you know. This is of me, yeah. No. Yahweh Shem Yahushua gave you this to do, okay? Like I said, the deceive and the deceiver are his, man. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 16. Be not over righteous much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself? Why shouldest thou destroy thyself, right? And like I said, old man, new man, you tearing yourself up on the inside, man. Hey, when a ungodly man curse Satan, he's really cursing himself. So metaphorically speaking, when you boasting of yourself, right, you letting that old man in a sense. And what happens is a tearing asunder inside. There's a schism within the body. Because you know you're not supposed to be boasting thyself. You're not supposed to be of that spirit. You're supposed to be of a humble spirit. Okay? Because don't we have the mind of Yahushua HaMashiach? As it says here. First Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 15. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judge of no man. For who have known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Hamashiach. Okay, if you have the mind of Hamashiach, that's not the way to behave. Okay, that's not the way to act. Okay, you're on your road to be a judge. To Slakia, you're on your road to be a judge. All right. Self-examination is a must, man. You can't have a biased judge. You can't have a judge up there that's like, you know, no, you gotta come in. Like, look, Solomon. You know, Solomon was a what? David, wise judge. Hey, when that is Solomon, when that woman has said, look, uh, Slakia, listen, Solomon, Slakia, where's, God damn, man, get these scriptures out. Fuck, Slakia, I'll put it up in the description, man. But you gotta be a wise judge within this truth. You can't, you know, be biased. You can't be like, you know what? I knew this guy in grade 3. Let me just give him a blight. You could be the most wickedest ass nigga that you know, that you know of the whole flock and you don't know. Because here it is, you going back, being a respecter of persons, and you gotta remind yourself, the scriptures tell you not to be a respecter of persons, man. So right now we're being, like I said, the dross is being taken out of us. All right? So you can't be boastful. You can't be like, yeah, I made myself to know this. Yeah. You know, got your head up in the clouds like with that mote in your eye. Guess what? You got mote in your eye. The next guy got mote in your eye. What the scriptures tell you that the both blind shall fall into a fucking ditch, yo. Okay? 1 Corinthians 6 and 2. Do we not know that the saints shall judge the world? And this is what you're being prepared for. Okay? And F, the world shall be judged by you. Are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life? Right. So in this life, you've been given knowledge, wisdom, understanding from this book, from the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So execute it, use it wisely. And a part of that is what? Self-examination. You know, am I going off? Am I doing this right? Lord, am I? And prayer. Prayer is fucking important, man. You know? Prayer. A lot of people don't, you know, want to pray. They want to think like, oh yeah, I'm just doing the work. That's all right. No, at least once a day, at least, okay, if not more. All right. But like I said, a wise judge, he'd be a wise judge instructing his people, right? But he would also be instructing himself with prudency. He'd be foreseeing things. You know, if the judge, no, if a king got to get up for battle, he's not going to be like, oh, yeah, everybody drink till fucking 5 in the morning. The battle should start around 1 or 3. No, he's going to have his men already preparing from like a week ago, okay? To get geared up for this battle that's about to come up. So you would be examining himself. You tell all his men, yo, examine yourselves, man. And what? You have a guy that's fucking all night, all day, drunk, all the way up to the battle, and he's the first one to get killed. Because he didn't do what? Self-examine himself. Self-examination, okay? You want to let the flesh ride out. You want that lust of the flesh, okay? And that lust of the flesh could get you killed, all right? There was one more scripture, but, hey. get that another time. Second Ezra, chapter 7, starting from the first verse to the 14th verse, is dealing with that kingdom, inheriting the kingdom, okay? And it tells you that you're going to have to go through a whole bunch of mess. It tells you there's fire on one side and deep water on the next. Okay, if you did not go through all of that, how then shall ye inherit? Okay, how then shall ye receive that which is good, man? Okay, and like I said, we're being tested, we're being tried. Slack here 1 second. So if I'm testing you on a job site, and I see you flip out, smack up a whole bunch of individuals, I'm not fucking bringing you on that job site, because obviously you got a problem. You got a temper issue or something, you know? So what the hell would I say, you know what, let me bring this guy on the job site. I know it's going to be frustrating, but might as well bring him on the job site. No, to hell with that. I tested you, and you failed. You fucking ran over this guy. You hit this guy in the face. You punched that guy out. Fuck that. There's no need to bring you to a job site. To hell with that. You might fucking cause me a lawsuit, you know? So when somebody's tried and tested in that sense, you don't want to, what's the word, bring a nut to a fucking job. No, you want to bring the guy who's qualified, okay? And hence, you put him through all that, holy shit, yo. You put him through all of that hell, okay? And he prevailed. Well, that's the guy I'm looking for, you know? The guy that can humble himself. The guy that's doing what he's supposed to do, okay? The guy that listens when I tell him something. Not some fucking hard-headed young cat, say it like that, you know, some young-minded individual who doesn't self-examine himself, okay, but thinks he's the shit, or thinks that, you know, it's his way or no way, or this and that, blah, blah, blah. Nah, man. You don't want individuals like that. So, hence the same thing with this word, with this truth. You don't want individuals, the Lord don't want individuals who think they're the shit, who yeah, I got it all. You know, proud, you know, being over righteous, all those things, man. But hey, I know this was a long one, but going back to what the brother had uploaded in the, you know, I was meaning to get to this video. It's been a little while still, but yeah, Lord wants us to self-examine ourselves. Examine ourselves, okay? Self-examination, evaluation, I'm using too much words, but you know what? Examine thyself, okay? So you don't, you know, fall into that ditch like a lot of these individuals came into this truth, felt because they know and ate the whole roll that that's it, they're gonna survive on to the end, you know? Nah. But anyways, with that, all praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ruach. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well and are worthy of their double honors, and peace and salutation to Allah Akim, doing and pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 13 to you all. I hope you're edified. Wa abad babad. Shalom Akim. Lord willing, till next time.